Hi YouTube, this is Laminar Flow with another update for my build on my 125 gallon display with the basement sump. So, as I finished thinking about what I just did for my Friday update, I didn't really give an overview of what I've got going on quarantine wise. So I've got a pair of these air foam filters in back. One I had from the beginning. A second one I added the other day because I do have some ammonia in the tank. I've got some water change stuff going on. I've got the double top fin 60 running here. That's certainly filtering enough. I don't know if I'm getting any kind of denitrifying bacteria out of that or not. I'm hoping to get it out of the air filter. I've got my air pump going. Those of you who saw my Inkbird video, I've got the Inkbird temperature controller going on my heater here. It says 77.1 right now. I've got everything else is on the power strip. This is the same power strip that Billy Pipes gave away to Pat Murphy. So, Pat, if you haven't figured out how to program this thing, let me know. It's not easy. It's a little awkward, to be honest. But what I've got right now is I've got it programmed for just a stupid little light that I've got hanging over the tank because, they're in QT. They don't need that much. But that's what's going on there. And I've done some water changes here. I've done a couple of water changes and they're painful, to be honest. So let me show you what I do for water changes. I grab the siphon thing, right? I take this sucker and I drop it into, I'll put a bucket. Sorry for the spinning. Yeah. So I put a bucket in the stool and I siphon out of that into the bucket. Okay, that kind of works. And then I do this really ugly thing with a pump here, and I suck some extra water across into here with a long hose, and I kind of hold the hose myself as I do it. It's not pretty. It's really not pretty. So I've done 2 of those, and the other night I decided, you know what? Enough of that. That's really stupid. Because look, I've got a manifold with an outlet pipe that runs up and over the ceiling to my sink over here, right? So if I'm running water over the top, I might just as well add a T and a valve, a little hose. So that's what I'm doing right now. Let me do a water change, and I'll show you the process. It's so much easier than pumping it across the room. So I just suck water from the other tank, drop it into here, and that's what we do. It's pretty straightforward. So step 1, I'm turning off everything here. I don't need the heater to run off and go crazy on things. All I'm doing is getting the siphon going in the hose here, and then I'm just going to put it over into the sink. I kind of make a mess on the counters, but yeah, whatever. Thumb over the tube, reach it over into the sink, and I'm draining. So it's not the prettiest thing. I probably need a bigger tube. Maybe if I had a little more going on here, I could do that. If I can get to the bottom and suck some of the stuff off the bottom, that's never a bad thing. Yeah, again, having a bigger tube would help me. But I'll get a little poop. Alright, you know what, I'm going bucket. I'm going to change and go to the bucket so that I can opt for poop. Often you hear that, people say I'm going to opt for poop. It's fish poop. That's what we really want. We want to get that out of there. So the plan is I will suck this down to about the level of where the back filter there comes in. Then I'm going to backfill it with water from the main display. Or my main tank, I should say, not the display. So what am I getting? Probably 4 gallons out of 9, so I'm close to half. You can see, those of you who are aware, you see my little ammonia thing there, you can see it's high. So these filters aren't really doing jack, the sponge filters, to get things going. So these guys need some water changes in order to survive and keep going. So that's pretty good, that's about half. We'll end that. Dry off a little. And now, here, let me pull you off the tripod. You guys want to know what my tripod looks like. You'll see that maybe later this week. So the key to running the water over the top here for me, in order to get enough pressure to push uphill there, I need to kill the fuge and the frag tank. But that's okay for right now. And in order to give me some water to backfill, I'm gonna crack this and give myself a little bit of, yeah, that's too much. That's better. So that's just enough to bleed off as I go through. And then just put the hose in here. Now this is not going to be pretty with one hand. Hang on, you go back. Okay, reshooting this from Friday night. The angle was terrible, you couldn't see anything, and the footage was bad. So it's Sunday, I'm doing another change. It's about halfway through the tank again, and you can see I've got my valve all set up. It's just a question of opening it up and bringing in water. So this is water straight out of my main system. It's coming up over the top here. I'm not carrying buckets, that's one of my key goals, right? Pretty straightforward. I am, like my other water changes, I am buffering this water change with water out of my refugium. Once I finish filling this back up and turning it back on, I will backfill over into the tank with clean, fresh salt water. That's about it. Got a number of comments on this group. I realized watching some of the video I took Friday night, I keep calling them guys, and that's inappropriate. They are all girls right now. So I will refer to them as ladies at this point. So these are my the Fab Five here, the orange ladies. So that's my water process. So again, not carrying water is a key criteria in my world. And I guess I've got enough. I can turn that back on. There we go. That's all there is to it. Relid, and everybody's back where they belong. That's my water change for the QT. And what winds up happening is I wind up getting 3 or 4 gallons of new water into the system at the same time.
Thanks for watching. Please remember to like, comment, or subscribe if you'd like to see more in this series.